methane gas. As penguin colonies digest their food, their waste releases significant amounts of this potent greenhouse gas. Nitrous oxide is no laughing matter when it comes to its environmental impact. It can linger in the atmosphere for up to 114 years, trapping heat and contributing to global warming. Among the most prolific producers are Adelie penguins, one of Antarctica's most numerous species. Researchers found that these penguins generate enormous quantities of guano, or penguin poop, which drastically alters the chemistry of the soil. This change leads to nitrous oxide emissions that are up to 8 times higher than normal background levels. With more than 5 million Adelie penguins in Antarctica, that's a staggering amount of heat-trapping gas being released into the atmosphere. And it's not just the Adelie penguins contributing to this issue. Emperor penguins and chinstrap penguins also produce significant amounts of nitrous oxide through their waste. In total, penguin colonies across Antarctica are estimated to release around 5,500 tons of nitrous oxide into the air each year, according to scientific estimates. So, while penguins may be endearing and captivating, they are also contributing to a serious environmental concern. Number 10. Anesthesia. Before 1846, undergoing complex surgery while fully awake and aware was a painful and frightening reality. Patients had to endure excruciating pain, as modern anesthesia had not yet been discovered. This changed due to a fortunate accident in Hartford, Connecticut. Dr. Horace Wells, a dentist, was interested in the popular entertainment of the time, laughing gas demonstrations. During one such event, a man named Samuel Cooley inhaled nitrous oxide, which made him run into walls and injure himself. Despite his injuries, he felt no pain while under the gas's influence. This observation sparked an idea in Dr. Wells. Perhaps nitrous oxide could be used to numb pain during surgeries. To test this, Dr. Wells inhaled nitrous oxide himself, while a colleague extracted one of his teeth. He felt no discomfort, confirming his theory. He then tried to share this breakthrough with the public. However, during a demonstration with another patient, the patient cried out in pain, leading to Dr. Wells being discredited. It wasn't until 16 years later that Dr. Wells's student, William Morton, successfully used ether as a general anesthetic in a public surgery. This breakthrough marked the beginning of modern anesthesia. Following this, further advancements like the use of chloroform refined the practice. Today, anesthesia is an essential field in medicine, ensuring patients are pain-free and comfortable during surgeries, trauma care, and childbirth. Millions of operations are performed each year, thanks to the pioneering work of Dr. Wells and the subsequent advancements in anesthesia. Number 9. Secret in Mother's Coffin. When Kara opened her mom's coffin to say goodbye, she stumbled upon a chilling secret. Years after her mother's death, Kara discovered a truth that shook her world. Kara's childhood was filled with fear and sadness. While her friends looked forward to going home, Kara dreaded it. Her parents, Helen and John, were always fighting fiercely, and Kara couldn't understand why. Her mother started locking her in a room whenever John came home, and Kara often heard cries and screams at night. Seeking escape, Kara found solace with her grandmother and next-door friend Lily. One night, when Kara was 8, her mother forgot to lock the door. Kara saw a disheveled man stumble in, her father, drunk and enraged. She heard her parents argue violently, and in her panic, Kara screamed for them to stop. Her mother decided it was safest for Kara to stay with her grandmother, Emma, while Helen stayed behind under threat from John. 3 months later, Kara's grandmother received devastating news. Helen had died. When Kara visited her mother's coffin, she discovered something horrifying. But even more shocking was what she learned years later. A nurse revealed that a woman in their care, who had amnesia, had been asking about Kara. The woman had drawn pictures of Kara as a child, wearing the same dress she had on when she went to live with her grandmother. Kara was stunned. Could this woman be her mother? A DNA test confirmed the woman was Helen. Kara's long-lost mother was alive, but had suffered from severe amnesia. Helen's recovery revealed a dark past. John had violently attacked her, leaving her for dead. Helen had wandered away, eventually ending up in a mental facility. With this truth exposed, Kara had John arrested. Helen, now recovering her memories, moved in with Kara and her grandmother. They began the difficult process of healing and rebuilding their lives, determined to make up for lost time and create a brighter future together. Number 8. 5D data storage in glass. Imagine a way to store information so it lasts for billions of years. The idea is to etch data into nanostructured glass, a concept that's both groundbreaking and fascinating. Researchers at the University of Southampton have pioneered this incredible technology, which allows people to record up to 360 terabytes of data onto tiny glass discs, ensuring the data remains stable for 13.8 billion years, roughly as long as the universe has existed. This discovery emerged from the team's quest to find methods for preserving human knowledge across immense periods. They drew inspiration from the ancient Roman Lycurgus cup, made from dichroic glass, which changes color depending on how the light hits it. Using this idea, the researchers developed a cutting-edge laser writing process that engraves tiny, nanostructured dots onto small silica glass discs. These discs, known as 5D optical storage discs, can endure extreme temperatures of up to 1,000 degrees Celsius, while staying perfectly readable under optical microscopy. Tests suggest these disks could last nearly as long as the universe itself, making them far more reliable than traditional storage methods like hard drives or tapes, which degrade in just a few decades. The technology employs femtosecond laser pulses to create self-assembled nanogratings within the silica glass. This process uses an effect that was previously considered a drawback in glass manufacturing. Now, historical manuscripts and other valuable records can be stored in these tiny time capsules. Even if humanity were to vanish, future space travelers discovering these glass orbs millions of years from now could still retrieve and decode our knowledge. Number 7. Cloning of Dolly the sheep. In 1996, researchers from the Roslin Institute in Scotland made headlines across the globe when they introduced Dolly the sheep, the first mammal ever successfully cloned from an adult somatic cell. This groundbreaking achievement shook the scientific community to its core, as it proved that specialized cells taken from an adult animal could be reprogrammed into embryonic stem cells, capable of developing into a complete organism. Before this, many scientists believed that mature, differentiated cells had lost the ability to revert to such a state, making the cloning of an adult mammal seem nearly impossible. But Dr. Ian Wilmot and his team at Roslin defied these expectations. They took a cell from the mammary gland of a 6-year-old Finn Dorset ewe and fused it with an egg cell, which was then implanted into a surrogate mother. The result was Dolly, born on July 5, 1996. A scientific marvel that challenged long-held beliefs about cell biology and demonstrated that cloning from adult cells was indeed possible. Dolly's birth captivated the world, as people were astonished by the idea that an animal could be essentially duplicated from a single body cell. However, Dolly's creation also ignited intense debates over the ethics of cloning and stirred concerns about the potential for human cloning. Despite the controversy, the Roslin team's breakthrough marked a monumental leap forward in our understanding of cell reprogramming. It opened up new avenues for stem cell research and regenerative medicine. Dolly went on to live a relatively normal life until 2003, when she succumbed to progressive lung disease, demonstrating that clones could lead healthy lives. More than 2 decades later, scientists continue to explore the implications of Dolly's existence. Her legacy endures, seen in advances such as the 2020 cloning of the endangered black-footed ferret and ongoing developments in cell reprogramming techniques. Number 6. Strikeable match.